Hey guys, I want to do, it's 2024, Happy New Year. I want to do a top 10 of my favorite PS3 games of all time. Might show some footage here while I'm talking and go through some of the 10 games that I absolutely love. And yeah, let's get started. So my first game, Motorstorm, the first one. I really like it. I used to play this game on the demo kiosk, like at Best Buy. It blew me away. I think it was a launch title for the PS3, and I just loved the graphics. It looked incredible. The destruction effects, the weightiness of the cars felt amazing. I'd just never seen anything like it at the time, and it's just a lot of fun to play. And even today, the game still holds up well. It runs at 720p. Which, I mean, it looks great. It looks fantastic even to this day. But yeah, it's just a fun game to play. It's like almost like this. I don't even know. It's a weird genre of game. I'd say it's an arcade racer for sure. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I really like it. My next game, once again, Motorstorm Pacific Drift. I almost like this game more. Because it's just the colors, like some of the levels are super vibrant. They have like jungle levels, they have these like lava levels, ocean levels, and the colors are just incredibly vibrant. The game's a lot of fun. I think it has more of an arcade feel to it, whereas the first Motorstorm was a bit heavy. The cars felt heavier. Some people really like that. I mean, I do like it, but this game, I don't know, it just felt different, and it's a blast. I highly recommend checking it out. But yeah, Motorstorm, Pacific Drift, it's a great game. This one's probably my number one game, God of War 3. I mean, this was the reason why I got a PS3. I was late to the party with the PS3. I had an Xbox 360 growing up, but I didn't get a PS3, I think, towards the end of its life, and the main reason was this game right here. I remember when this game came out, I wanted a PS3 so bad, but I couldn't afford it at the time. I was a kid, you're stuck with what you get, as a kid usually. I had the 360 and I had to just live with it. But this was the game I really wanted. It's so awesome. This game just goes so hard for me. I like God of War 2018. Ragnarok's good too. But there's just something about God of War 3. It just hits so hard. The game is just absolutely brutal, and they just don't hold back. And it has that old classic, like God of War 2 camera style, like top down instead of over the shoulder like they did in the new ones. And yeah, I mean, it's just a phenomenal game. I mean, how can you not love God of War 3? Next one. This is another game that convinced me to get the PS3 as well. Killzone. Killzone 2 was the game that I was like, oh man, I gotta get a PS3 and play this game. And Killzone 2, I mean, to this day, Killzone 2 is one of my favorite games to go back and play. I just love it. Killzone 3 as well is an incredible game. Looks gorgeous. It looks gorgeous to this day. I mean, what can I say? It is a little, I don't know, it's definitely dated. It's a little, the controls are weighty, but I love that. I actually love the weightiness of the controls, and the gunplay. It's just satisfying, and I don't know, the guns just hit, and the bullet impact is satisfying on the enemies, and the red eyes that they have is just such a cool feature, so you can pick them out of this gray, dire sort of environment, and yeah, it's just a cool game. Next one, Hot Shots Golf Out of Bounds. I almost said Hot Shots Golf 3 because that was the game I played an insane amount on the PS2. One of my favorite games. But this game's gorgeous. I can't get over how good this game looks, even to this day. It's just, I mean, if I start playing this, I can't put it down. I'll play it for a couple hours straight. And yeah, I love this game. I don't know what it is. It's one of my favorite golf games. I'm a golfer. I played golf in high school, and I don't know. And also, like, this was the one game that my dad would play with me on PS2 back in the day. So it's very nostalgic for me. And the PS3 version, I just love it because it has those high def graphics. It looks good. It plays good. And the thing I love about these golf games is the little shot meter at the bottom, kind of like Mario Golf. It's just, I just love that. I think it's intuitive. It's easy to pick up and play. Whereas like the Tiger Woods series, they kind of make you do the analog stick forward and back, and I never really liked that control scheme. So yeah, this is a fun one, and the putting's really really satisfying in these games. Moving on, Ridge Racer 7, another amazing game. This game looks gorgeous. I mean, this game runs at 1080p, 60 FPS. Looks absolutely gorgeous today. I highly recommend it. It's kind of a weird game. It's very arcade-like, and I don't know. I can see this game not jiving with everybody, but once you figure out the controls and how to drift and how to get your nitro boost up, the game starts to get really satisfying and fun. And this PS3 version, I mean, it blew me away. I still play this game every now and then. I pop it in, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend you check this out. It's great. Next one, oh yeah, Resistance: Fall of Man. This game, I remember when the PS3 was coming out, and I remember seeing ads for this, and it just looked so cool. And I remember in some of those like Game Informer magazines, they were showcasing this off, and I was like, wow, it's like next gen graphics. It looks insane. It's made by Insomniac, obviously the GOATs. They always pull through, making great games. And yeah, but for whatever reason, I've only played the first one. I have Resistance 2 and 3. I still haven't played those. But this one, I just love this game. It's so fun. The gunplay is like sort of arcade-like, and it's fast-paced, and yeah, it's just, I love it. All right, moving on. Oh yeah, NBA 07. This game's nostalgic for me because I used to sit at the Best Buy kiosk playing this over and over and over again, and I just couldn't believe how good it looks. It's a launch title for the PS3. It was one of the first and only 1080p games at the time, and it just looks like, even as a kid, I was like, this looks incredible. Like, it looks better than some of the other games. I mean, the graphics aren't, well, I mean, the graphics are amazing for the time. The players, they have sweat, their jerseys are moving, and their shorts are moving, which was crazy at the time. And to see it all in 1080p, just incredible, super cool. I just love this game. I also love the shot meter in this game. It's has like a shot meter, and you try to get it in the green, which I thought was a really cool mechanic. And it just reminds me of like an arcade basketball game mixed with like some sim aspects. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I still play it every now and then just because I enjoy it. All right, moving on. And then, of course, I mean, this is like obviously the best game out there. The Last of Us 1. I don't have it on PS3, but this game, I mean, this game's in my top 10 games of all time. I think this game is just incredible. I played the new PS5 remake. It's one of those games that I can just play over and over and over again. I just love the combat. The story is incredible. I think it's the best. It's one of the best video game stories I think ever made. Especially the ending. Yeah, this game's the GOAT, I gotta say, on PS3. I still can't believe this came out on PS3. It's so ahead of its time. I highly recommend. I mean, obviously you gotta play it if you haven't. But yeah, that's my top 10. Those are my favorite PS3 games that I've played, and it's one of my favorite consoles. Still today, I still play it every now and then, and I love the menu system, the XMB menu. It's just like the PSP had. It's really slick and really unique. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and subscribe, like for more, and that's all I got for you guys. Have a good one.